And welcome back, this is ballerscuba with more Let's Play Castlevania III Dracula's Curse. I'm joined as always by our champion, Trevor. Trevor, because he became a champion, has turned on cheats on himself. I mentioned this in the previous video that I was going to be turning on cheats. I have infinite health and infinite lives. We will get through what is known as hard mode, which is essentially the same game, but harder. Well, the old titles did this. Castlevania III is no exception. Do the same thing, except now it's going to be harder. We are going to go a different route this time so that we can get a couple different characters so that I can show off all of the characters. There was one that was mentioned in the credits that we did not find. His name was Alucard, and we are going to try to find him. It is going to be a different path overall as a result. Shouldn't be too difficult to find him. Also, because I do have infinite lives and infinite health, it'll be easier for me to get through. I won't have to take frequent breaks all the time in order to make sure everything works properly. But we'll get through it. I'll still do every level technically legitimately, just, you know, without dying, which is always nice. Infinite lives is kind of a hassle by itself. You do kind of need the infinite health as well, because there are certain boss fights that unless you actually do pay as much attention as you can... Wow, that guy just came right for me. Same with this guy. He's faster than me. Yeah, once he sticks to you, he's on you. This is what happens when I'm much more relaxed. Like I said, knowing that I have this kind of stuff makes things go easier for me. But we will get through this. There is another cheat that was kind of prevalent, I guess. A lot of people were turning on infinite time cheats, which I've never really needed. Time is not necessarily something that has been a huge issue for me this time. Yeah, you do need Grant in order to get up there. No, actually, I don't think Grant will take you up there. Maybe you could have jumped up there and gotten to the bottom part. But there was another way for me to get through. Well, that's new. Yeah, these guys are a nightmare. Look at that. Like, they barely get on your screen long enough for you to do anything. I think there was something down there, but we're going to bypass this. Look how they don't even have the same pattern. That's kind of ridiculous to me. All right, on to 1-3. All right, take you guys out. Take out the bats along the way as well. I think I'd rather have the holy water. Ooh, that was almost death right there. Even with infinite health, you need infinite lives too. Thank you. Let's head down. So 1-3, almost done. Isn't this... Right. This guy again. And I get a life! Hooray! I will need that, I am sure. Wait, wasn't there something hidden? Yeah. It's just meat, though. I guess I'll take it. I don't need it because of the cheats, but we'll get through. Yeah, this is just to make things easier for me. I technically beat the game. I've never been able to beat the game on hard mode, and I did not think this was going to happen this time either, so we're going to make it happen this way instead. I technically still beat the game, just not all the way through. That's the way that I'm looking at it. But that's through 1-3. Let's head to 1-4. Yeah, the long way is actually the hard way, so we'll be showing that off today. One of the hard ways to get through the game. There's several different ways. I might have to do this 3 times just to show off all of the levels. If I switch, that disappears, right? Because I don't think Sypha has anything. Nope. God. I just don't like running around with the other characters. And that's kind of a downside. Like, the side characters are cool, don't get me wrong, but ultimately they're not as useful as the main character, which is kind of okay in my mind, but at the same time, I want the side characters to be good. You know, and I just feel like they're not as good as they could be. All right, we got this guy. As you can see, he's a little bit more difficult these days. Can I stop time? I don't think I could. Oh, I did. There we go. And down he goes. Just like 2 hits, but that's still 2 hits. Easily could have been the death of me. And that is the first stage done. And we have an option here. Hold on while I try to make sure that I get this right. Don't want to mess this up. Just to try to show off as much as I can, we're going to take the lower path today because we took the upper path last time. That leads to stage 2. This will take us to 3-0, which is basically 1 level that we did not see before. Oh, look who's here. These guys, of course, just on hard mode. You can see because they're hard. Look at that, though. Look at that! What am I supposed to do against that? They're ridiculous. They're the reason that I can't beat hard mode. I'll take that. That's probably better than the stopwatch. Jeez. Combining the 2 of them like this? And they're random, too. Get a multiplier. I'll try to keep the holy water because as soon as you switch sub-weapons, that changes. Yeah, I'm just going. Like, I would have easily died here because of these guys. That's how difficult these guys are. All right. Grab all this. Keep going. Just jump into me right over my whip, why don't you? And then we can head up. To 3-1. This is where we started last time with the owls. You remember the owls? I hate the owls. That's why I hate the owls. There's no real... No! Damn it. I wanted to hold on to the holy water. There's no way of telling which way they go. And this is kind of true of a lot of early NES games. Not even early anymore. This is middle of the road NES. This is the last Castlevania game on the NES. And yet they're still doing things that the older NES titles kind of did to kind of lengthen things out. This is a short game, so it does take multiple attempts at a lot of these levels in order to get through, and I think that they fully acknowledge that. Like even this guy. Relatively simple enemy, but 1 wrong move and he is difficult. Yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna go. Take that, and up we go. Up to 3-2. Oh, that's right, you guys shoot 3. Got you. Is there anything over here? Nope, that is certain doom. This isn't... Oh, right. This isn't Simon's Quest. I can't just go anywhere I want. There is a little bit of a branching path in this game, but it's not quite the same as Simon's Quest. Also, less unfair things in this game, I would say. I would say it's easier than a lot of parts of the other Castlevania games, but overall, I'd still say it's pretty damn difficult. I have to think, where is the branching path here? I want to say we were given a path choice here. Right, this is the path choice. So previously we took 3-3, which is the upper path. This time we're going to take the path down to the bottom and wind up in a new area for us, 4-1. Let's see what we can do. The frogs are going to be difficult. They're not as bad as owls, but they're bad. Look at that. Just look at that. All right, we're making a... I was going to say we're making a break for it, but that guy came and got me. Maybe they're as difficult as owls. But at least their first movement is predictable, you know? Don't think I can make that jump. But we made it through. Don't get that. I don't want that. The dagger is not particularly useful. But we will head down. All right, we're still in 4-1. I was about to say, I think I missed something. But no, we're still here. Yeah, the swamp will kill you if you do not jump through it enough. I want to show off something I believe is over here. Oh, look, swamp monster. There's a meat over here. If you want that. You know, if that's your kind of thing. But then you will have to deal with both frogs and swamp monsters. This is why I didn't take this path before. Jeez. Alright. 4-2. Hey, look, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, this game can be a nightmare, but so can all of the other Castlevania games. I would say it's a good successor to the Castlevania games, at least the first Castlevania game as a result. I know, like I said, a lot of people kind of forget this game exists. I think I want the boomerang. Not that I'm going to use either one, but I'll take it. Oh, sorry. Was looking where the meat was. There's another thing of meat here, and I think it's down there. I think that was it. Could be at the end here. You know what? I'll take the holy water. God, these guys. Hold on, where is this meat? The meat is... Right, yeah, it's all the way to the left. So I missed the meat. We're moving on, I'm not getting the meat. It's too much work to get it, actually. And that's what actually the guide says too. It's just like, if you want it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Give me that. God, there's so many of these things. And this is the difficult path. You can see why I took the easy path. Would have to get all through this, right, with a few meats. Huh. Can't whip them until they actually appear. Got them, there we go. Grab a couple of these. Take that. Don't want that anyway. What's in here? Really? All right, just out of reach, unless I go back, and I'm not going back. 4-3. Actually, there's no secrets here. Don't want that. I'll take this. All right, back through the swamp. Look at that. Look how insane that is, how many of them spawn. Yeah, if you want to do this the difficult path, I recommend cheating, because that's what I'm doing. I feel bad about it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's still justified. And down we go. Straight into boss time. Memory serves me correctly, what I'm supposed to do is hang out over here. Yeah, every time you hit them, it turns into smaller and smaller bats. And eventually they will go down. If you hang out in the corner, it's a little bit easier to kind of handle them. Let's go to the other side, though. If I could make the jump... Can I not make that jump? That looks like an easily makeable jump. Really? Wow. Look how bad... How are they avoiding this whip so much? Some of these should be landing. And they're just out of range. There we go. Down it goes. Give me this. And we're moving on. That is a lot of hearts that I got.